Welcome to the Hack It Up podcast. I'm Al. He's Bruce.
What's up?
And this is the podcast where we talk about the hack of everything. Hack meaning the state of that. When stuff is just hacky. Stuff is just absolute cringe-worthy stuff. The bad shit.
Yeah, the bad side of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoned, so.
Yeah, me too. We'll get through it.
We'll get through it. But today's episode is going to be called The Hack of Ireland.
Yeah.
And because it's something that we both know intimately, as we're both Irish people.
Just about.
Just about, yeah. You're not fully, you're a man of many different nationalities.
But one other one.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, it's pretty
there.
much just going to be about the hack of being Irish.
That's it. Yeah, the hack of being Irish is probably better, yeah. I'm very stoned. It's all good. But it's good as well because I grew up in the city, you didn't.
Yeah, I grew up in the complete opposite situation to what you did. Like,
exactly, yeah.
You were fucking 15 minutes on a Dublin bus to town. Where,
to the city centre.
If I wanted to get to the city centre, it was like before the motorways and shit, which I still remember. It was like a good hour and a half.
And you probably had to plan it for a few weeks beforehand.
Months. Like months. Unless it was like, weeks if it was like shopping.
Yeah.
But like if you wanted to go to like a gig or something.
Months,
Months.
Yeah. I suppose that was good because you could just look at a poster on the side of the road and just be like, see who's playing.
Yeah, that's one thing I used to fucking envy growing up where I did, then coming up to Dublin and just being like, they have like the magazines on the side of the road pretty much.
yeah. It's all you want to see.
Yeah.
Bruce moves up from the rural part of Ireland, just stands there looking at the fucking aching posters on the side of the road.
You seen this Tenacious Deer coming over 3 years ago? You missed it.
You missed it. But yeah, and I suppose like down where you are from, you probably wouldn't have got stuff that was playing in more like you wouldn't have heard about stuff playing at the Sugar Club.
Oh no, God,
no, it would have been RDS at a point.
Yeah, big gigs and
big gigs. Slang.
Maybe the Ambassador was
yeah. Olympia maybe.
Yeah,
yeah. But like now, like as you kind of when you moved up here, and I noticed that like I went to a lot of gigs and clubs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like bars,
smaller venues.
Smaller venues. Like seeing a lot of bands play like upstairs in the Grand Social and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, or fucking anywhere like the Sugar Club, as you said. That's fucking one of the best spots in town.
It is the best spot in town.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the best things about fucking Ireland.
It's the Sugar Club, just because it's the best spot in town. It has to be, I suppose. Yeah. You're talking about the best spot in Dublin, in your opinion. It has to be one of the best things about being Irish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the layout of it and all, it's deadly.
Yeah,
it's one of the best things.
But
so yeah, this is going to be the hack of being Irish. We went on a bit of a tangent there, but.
Sure, look, it's all related. We're Irish, so
we're
we can say whatever we want. One of the hackiest things about being Irish is fucking Paddy's Day and the American
influence
twist on it.
Yeah. I wonder. I think it might. Was it always celebrated in Ireland?
I don't know.
Or was it like?
I was like, but I was talking about this to someone the other day. I was saying, is that the only holiday, like country holiday that is not nationwide but international?
All right. Yeah. Chinese,
that's how you end up with fucking Americans saying hacky shit like Paddy's Day.
Oh yeah, that makes me sick, man.
I get how if it's only ever written down, I get how you come to it, but some of them say it.
I know, yeah. And like I've heard them say it,
yeah. I've heard people say it, and you're like, Jesus Christ, man! I'm fucking podcasting watching all.
And I suppose you don't make I suppose it is a bit of a weird change that it's like Patrick turns to Paddy, like Paddy from Patrick. You know what I mean?
That's why I was saying if it's written down, I could understand it, and no one's ever actually said it to you, like or not said it to you, but in that moment said it to you. But and even just all the fucking haggy shit, you get all the fucking tourists coming over. Like I've never gone to the parade in town.
I have.
I could not do it, man. There's plenty of chances I had.
I probably went 2 or 3 times. Like I went probably twice when I was a kid, and then once when I was a teenager. Just you know what I mean, drinking around town, or just being like you stand there, watch the parade, drink cans. Which is a very Irish thing to do.
Oh man, you couldn't pay me to go. That's literally my worst nightmare.
Terrible.
Yeah,
it's crap, man.
It's just people who don't know where they're going, as in tourists, and then people who do know where they're going, but they're up to no fucking good.
And then, like, the parade itself is always like, and here's the Minnesota marching band. Like, what are you doing here?
Which part of Cork are these lads from?
That's it, yeah. So there's none of that shit in Ireland.
Yeah.
The American influence on it has just turned into an American parade through Ireland, and then there's an Irish parade going through somewhere in America. The New York parade is all fucking lads playing harps, fiddles, fucking the wolf tones, the whole shebang. A fucking Irish parade. The American marching band from fucking Delaware.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Bullshit, yeah.
Some Connecticut Irish Tigers.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Marching band.
It's a lot of black lads at the front playing snares. It's just like, they don't look Irish.
Oh, I can't remember what I was about to say. Anyway.
It's that, but like, another thing on the parade is like, Dublin isn't that big, look. You know what I mean? Like, you get from one side,
tiny,
so you have to put loads of stuff in the parade to make it look like it's going on for longer. Like.
That's what I was going to say. So we like don't dye our river green. It's just like already green. Isn't it?
Green.
That's
brown,
like,
grey.
It's like we don't really want to put dye in there. It's kind of rough going as it is.
It's pretty bad already. Like,
but they do it in like Chicago.
I think they do it in Chicago. Yeah,
New York maybe.
Well, I don't know. Like, the Liffey runs straight from the sea as well, so... Like,
yeah, you don't want it. It's pretty much pollution.
Pretty much, yeah.
I say it is in Chicago as well.
The Yanks are just like, fucking pour it in!
Yeah.
It's Paddy's Day, Ireland!
It's Paddy's Day. Fucking fight someone and drink a beer. It's a mad stereotype to have.
It is a mad stereotype to have.
Like, you like drinking and fighting.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And like...
Did the Italians have a day?
It holds up. What?
Did the Italians have a day?
Almost definitely, but like not of any significance to anyone except for the Italians by the sound of it.
Yeah, but do they celebrate it in America? Because when
like Italian
like
Americans.
Me thinking about it now, like Paddy's Day is international, but it's international because of American influence. Yeah, and the American influence is only there because of Irish people going to America, right? And then it's obviously filtered down and watered down and wherever else, and then commercialised to come over here. But they wouldn't have a Paddy's Day parade in London.
No, they would they?
No, I don't think so. Why would they?
I think they do.
That's a question for you now.
Yeah.
I've actually already thought about that there. Like, I wonder, do they have one in Canada? Would you say, like, through Toronto or fucking Vancouver or something?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. That's because that's what I was saying to herself about that.
Yeah,
it's like, fucking, like, how is it in so many places? It must have been last Paddy's Day I was saying it or something. I was like, and no other country has that of well-renowned of it, or renowned. No,
yeah.
renowned.
Like, I do know about other days, but I don't know how to celebrate them. The Irish one is so easy to celebrate.
Like, what's the English one?
George's Day.
St. George. But I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do? And they have that bonfire night.
Yeah, but that's just...
All Hallows Eve.
The night before. Is it the night before Halloween? I think it's another night.
5th of November.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's fucking Guy Fawkes, man.
Which is something, I suppose, but it's not like celebrated everywhere. It's a mad night to have as well. It's like, remember that time the lad blew up Parliament?
Yeah, blew up the Parliament.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're celebrating that.
That's it. And we like rebels, but then we don't. We're England and we don't like rebels.
Well, that's it. Like, the government probably celebrated as well over there, which is fucking crazy.
Very true, yeah. But yeah, I can't think of any other day that people celebrate it.
No, not
and
at all.
I have to find out now if it is if there is parades and shit that go through places.
I'm certain through like a lot of major cities there is English speaking cities.
Yeah.
I don't know about England though. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I feel like in like Glasgow there's one.
There might be maybe Cardiff or something.
Yeah.
France, maybe some parts of France.
Speaking of which, we were talking about.
We should ask our friend in Germany.
I don't think the Germans would do it.
No.
They have Oktoberfest. That was the thing I came to.
Yeah,
pretty much the fucking same thing. Any excuse to drink.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, that's for us too, as in the Americans and Canadians or whatever. Like.
And another thing, on another note, that's like weird holidays that are celebrated everywhere. St. Valentine is buried in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I want to say Christchurch.
That's mad.
Yeah. And so was Strongbow.
I don't know who that is.
He was like a lad. Back in the day.
Irish lad back in the day.
I don't know if he was Irish.
Just died here.
No, maybe he was Irish. I think
he could have been, because
back
in the day when he died somewhere, they're not like, oh, let's get his remains back to fucking wherever he's from.
This is how much I know about Irish history. Right. I think Strongbow might have fought William of Orange at the Battle of the Boyne.
Right.
And I think that's why he's famous. William of Orange is like King Billy.
Yeah.
Which is up the north. And that's another thing in Ireland. Up the north is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I was only up there not that long ago, just before Christmas. I went up there to see my girlfriend. She was working up in Belfast. Mad kid.
Rough.
Not rough, but it's mad that like I didn't no hassle. Everyone was super nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying imagine like coming over like and seeing a big massive Bobby Sands mural just at the end of your road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you go over the bridge towards my house, towards the other side, and there's a big massive paint like the size of a house painting this like of William of Orange.
Yeah. Like literally paws inside.
Literally paws inside. It was like, you like this, well I like this. You know what I mean? It was like, you support Palestine, we like Israel. You know what I mean? Black lives matter, all lives matter.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing. It's the opposite.
It's the opposite, yeah. And like, it was funny as well because we went to like the Falls Road. You know what I mean? Where all like loads of the murals are.
Yeah.
And like there's like a big gate in between, like a big fucking like fortified gate in between the Catholic side and the Protestant side, right? And on one side of the road, on one side of the gate, all the road signs are like Republican road signs. They're like it says the name in Oscar, and then underneath it says it in English.
Yeah.
And on the other side it doesn't. Everyone using kilometres on one side and everyone using imperial on the other side.
Jesus Christ. They need to sort that shit out.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah,
it's like the Crips and Bloods in America. It's like, he wears blue, I wear red. Yeah. He wears his bandana on the left, I'm going to wear it on the right.
I'm putting a gate up.
I'm putting a gate up.
Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this stuff. Get in the gate.
Oh man, it's fucking ridiculous. The only time I was up there was about, I think we actually talked about it on the Hack of Drugs.
Yeah.
Depending on when this gets released. But I think it was about 5-6 years ago, and it was a bit rough around the edges, alright. It's grand, but it was just every corner. I was like, oh, scary looking, scarred up face. Man, he was muttering to himself.
Yeah. And then look, I don't know what part of Belfast you're in, but it's all
City
like
Centre.
Yeah, City Centre. Yeah, it's all like that. Like it's a weird spot. And when I was up there, it was all still lockdown, COVID-y. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was quiet enough.
So it was quiet enough. And you couldn't sit in anywhere, and like nothing was open. Like you could only go to Tesco's or go to like a McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And where my girlfriend was staying was like this flat, and it was like someone made 3 bedrooms into 6 rooms. Do you know what I mean? Like into like a bathroom, and it was all these tiny little pokey rooms. Like, and it was just it was like one room. Like it was like
chopped into 6.
No. It was like one room was normal size, and the rest of the rooms were all broken down into like separate rooms. Like, it was weird. I was like she couldn't walk down the hallway as the same time I was walking up the hallway.
Jesus Christ! Like the hallway to get into the place and all,
like every little passageway in the place was like, I couldn't walk by you in it. Like you'd have to like wait in a room nearly. Like I'd have to like go like stand in the bathroom and let her like walk by me into the bedroom, like, you know, then I'd go out that way to go into the kitchen, like, and it was like,
it's like you live in a caravan, but it's an apartment.
It was a flat. It was flat. And then like I was just smoking joints out the window, like, do you know what I mean? And then like I just seen a lot of kids just like gathering outside the garden, and it was like they're all just standing there looking at me smoking the joint, and I was just like, I have to boom, close the window. I was like, I'm not smoking.
How like were you? How high up were you?
Like the second story up, like.
Jesus Christ.
And it wasn't like I was like sitting, like the joint was like burning out the window, and I was watching the TV.
Yeah, so you weren't looking.
It wasn't like hanging out the window like this, but I'd turn around to smoke it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be smoking in the room. Like.
Yeah.
And I'd be blowing the smoke out the window, and I just like I just looked, and it just caught me eye, like, and there was just a lot of kids just standing there looking up at me, and I was just like. I was just like blank faced looking at them, like, close the window.
Just a stink going out to the road, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They just follow it.
Where's that coming from? Yeah. It was weird.
How old were they?
About between the ages of 7 and 11, I'd say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, that's fucking rough.
Or maybe they were just like, look at this weirdo smoking drugs on the street.
What's he gonna do next day? He's gonna jump.
That's what it was like. How about them kids that come beat? I was leaving the next morning. I was like, how them kids that come beat me up for smoking drugs?
Don't be bringing that shit on our road.
All that stuff. Yeah, so I was expecting, because like the IRA having like an anti-drugs thing that they show you on about. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's like a not like a policy, but like they're real anti-drugs, anti-gangster. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I wonder how like how adamant some estates are about the belief in it. Do you know what I mean? Because you go down some roads and it's all Union Jacks hanging out the window.